In June of 2023, NDTi and DFN Project SEARCH asked young people with additional needs to talk about their experiences and hopes on the subject of work.
During these interviews, we asked you to consider how you could include somebody with additional needs, either within employment or within your workspace.
What is your experience with paid employment?
I haven't got paid employment yet.
Done volunteering experience in my charity shop and my youth club as well.
They've actually at McDonald's have offered her a job when she finishes in the summer, if they do actually honour that. But she decided herself that she wanted to try something else, so went into gardening.
Dave's hospice.
At the hospice, that's right.
Paid employment. Well, there was a job I was wanting to go for that was working as a farm attendant assistant, which was basically teaching young people about animals.
I was in private housing, going out on visit, taking pictures. I was part of Eurovision.
I haven't had no employment, but I have had like a lot of different work experience and volunteering in a wellbeing cafe with old people, South Asian mental health. I also have done like disability sports as well.
Did you know that only 4.8% of people with a learning disability or autism spectrum conditions are currently in work?
It's horrible. It's not very surprising. One of the first things I found out soon after I was diagnosed was like the low statistics of autistic people having employment.
I think it's terrible because it sounds like it's going down.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's disgusting, really. These young people have got so much potential to offer the world that they're not given the opportunity.
I'm quite surprised. Well, I was surprised first, but now I felt quite shocked. Because obviously, you know, adults have a learning disability or autism doesn't mean people can't let them work. That is not right. I don't think that's right.
What are your hopes for future employment?
My aspiration is to work in a nursery with young children and teaching them new skills like macathons, sign language and yoga.
So why do you want to go to work? What for?
To get a paid job.
You want to get a paid job? What do you want to spend your money on? I thought you wanted to get a car at some point.
Yeah, getting a car, Thomas.
Yeah.
What car are you getting, Casey?
The little red one that you keep seeing every time you go past.
Does that make you really happy thinking about the little red car?
Yeah, give me some welly, woman.
You're going to get some welly, are you?
So if you got a job and you paid for it, you will actually get that red car.
My hope is a like office type job. The difference will make me a better person in myself, make me more happy to be in the work.
I'm studying psychology, so maybe into like sports psychologists or a psychologist, maybe. Like I would love to compete as a boxer one day, but that's not a job I want to go into.
I would going from your dream job is of working in a hotel as a receptionist.
I am currently in the process of actually setting up a charity that hopefully in the long-term future I will have funding that means I can get paid the living wage.
What support so far has helped you with employment?
I never dreamt that she would ever get a paid job. It never occurred to me, it never even entered my head. I mean, I didn't know about personal assistance or anything like that. So to find out all this information has been really, really helpful.
I mean, reasonable adjustments, I guess. Just finding out what can help someone, I think would probably be the best thing to do.
And maybe getting that experience and the skills for the long term when a person goes into a career.
Teaching us how to create CVs, how to create cover letters, what to do in an interview, what to expect in the workplace as well.
I am supported by personal assistant or PA. The PA asks me to get me to my work by train. It is awful when I am shown what I have to do so that I can learn.
What has been challenging about employment so far?
Maybe the first work experience I did, due to my needs, it wasn't really accessible. At the start, after the first week, they tried making it accessible, but they could have done that from the start, even they knew. I was like, okay, I can deal with this because I'm a person who doesn't like causing any concerns for another person.
I find it difficult when my work colleagues speak too fast.
People without additional needs, you've got careers advisors, you've got, all these college events and other events, job opportunities and everything else there. But I have certainly not come across something similar for those with special needs.
Having an incident and then being willing to put reasonable adjustments in place. I couldn't walk back into the store because it was just too stressful. And even though they were looking at reasonable adjustments possible, it was like they were blaming me for not asking for reasonable adjustments, and I'd worked there 3 months and I was like, well, I haven't needed reasonable adjustments up until now.
Do you have a final message to share with employers?
Ask people, I guess. Like if you know someone's coming to work with you who may need additional requirements, ask, even if you just presume, because a lot of people seem to presume they did well in an interview, they won't need any extra support.
Even if you have special needs or not, anyone can do employment if it's accessible or if the needs are met. So I think organisations should have more awareness out there.
Give them a chance.
There should be more training to make people aware of what these young people have abilities to do.
I would like to tell employers focus on what I can do and not on what I can't do. Yeah, cut.